Shoes are coming off. The shoes are coming off.
The shoes.
Hiya, love.
I love.
Hiya, love. It's been a while.
It has been a really fucking long time. It has, this one.
Yeah, like a month maybe, which is
Yeah.
like really not ideal. Like at all. Like not even just because like I need you for my mental health, but like just because like we're trying to do up a thing here. But we've been busy. Life happens. I'm sick of the mouth. You're just not okay. You.
I got like really bad acid reflux, I think. Is that what it's called?
Just a bit of a disclaimer. We're really not with it today, okay? We've had a fair few weeks of just trials and tribulations. Hence why we haven't really had time to see each other.
Which is perfect for today's episode because we've got a lot to fill each other in on.
Yeah, I suppose you more than me. I say mine with trials and tribulations is I have just had enormous amounts of uni work.
And I look like a completely different person.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
On completing your 75 hard. How do you feel after it?
Fucking great. Confidence has gone through the roof. That's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's actually like one of the fittest things. I've been thinking about it so much. One of the fittest things ever to have like a big fat ego these days. Because my ego lately, like I keep saying to people, like humble me. I'm getting a bit too big for my fucking boots. I was so sad for so long. I'm gonna let my ego. Having a big ego is fine as long as you like obviously don't shit on other people with it.
Yeah, exactly. Just love looking at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, love your damn self, lovely.
That's the problem. It's not a problem at all. I thoroughly enjoy.
No, but I think it's really shitty that we feel like we shouldn't have big egos. It's
Yeah.
okay to love yourself.
It is. I like that.
It's okay to love yourself. Print that on a mug.
I
We
was
need
gonna
to
say,
start a
that
mug
should go on 'em.
collection.
I love collecting cups too. So
Stanley.
You'd have like stickers, and on the sticker,
Slay.
then you personalize your own
Preppy
Stanley.
Slate World.
Preppy Slate Girl. There's people in my work that call me a Preppy Slate Girl. They are 11.
Gen Alpha.
I mean, Gen Alpha.
On the loose, like.
Yeah. I said, what's the opposite to a Preppy Slate Girl? As in the boy version.
Is it a
And they
skivvy
said-
toilet swag man or something?
Swag man. She said, Sigma Alpha. I said, oh.
I'm-
Skibbity toilet riz, fuck off.
How do you feel after your 75?
I'm feeling really good
Yeah.
about my 75 hard.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout it,
Yeah.
I didn't stay consistent with like my nightly skin routine.
Okay.
Like in the mornings I wake up and I wash my face.
Mhm.
At the start I would wash my face before I went to bed.
Yeah.
And then in the middle I kind of stopped doing that.
'Cause you were just
I was just like
knackered.
full, yeah. And then towards the end, obviously then I started to like
Pick it back up
pick
again.
it back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I really noticed like my skin, it was just amazing. And right at the moment it's just not. I guess stress a lot to do with.
Mm-hmm.
My skin journey, I've just had a really like
Yeah.
with my skin journey, and I thought my skin would just improve
Yeah.
with the lifestyle that now I live.
Well, obviously, like water intake and stuff helps as well. So, like
Well,
that's like a big thing.
If I can sort my skin out,
Mm-hmm.
then that's like the next step to my reinvention.
Okay. Reinvention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full rebrand. I'm on my vintage game. Everything's going.
Okay.
I'm selling a lot.
Okay.
I'm becoming a whole new person again.
Again.
Yeah. You know when you have those like.
You don't need to talk to me about rebrands, Lewis.
Yeah. Well.
How many
go
rebrands
through-
have I had in the last 5 years?
Exactly. I go through them too.
I came into 2020 emo. Middle of 2020, I was like, I'm gonna be a hippie girl, and I was a hippie. And then I decided, like, no, I want to be like a girly girl. And then I'm like, no, I fucking hate it. And I decided, no, I'm gonna be like, wait, and now God knows where I am now, somewhere in between every fucking thing.
You're just Katie.
Yeah, and she's just a bit all doolally and shit. Like.
But yeah, so he's about to change, but he's on the way. Have you not noticed?
Well, you got a haircut.
Don't say it like that.
Okay, so you're gonna do a little rebrand.
A rebrand. I feel like I probably already am in like my clean boy.
I thought you were already a clean boy.
I am, but I'm diving deeper now into pure clean boy.
And what does that look like for you?
Everything is minimal.
Boring.
I love it.
I know you do, but I think that's boring.
It's clean.
Like, I'm not saying it won't suit you, it's just boring.
I just want to
Okay.
look different. Well, and feel different. And just,
You want to feel like your most authentic self.
I want to feel like me.
Do you know what? That actually kind of brings me to that quote I was talking to you about. And I can't remember it word for word. I just wanted to share it because you're kind of saying is like you're on this kind of path of reinvention at the moment. I'm still very, very much trying to figure out who I am. So it was something like, has a storm ever asked permission to rain down? Like, has it ever asked permission to like happen? It hasn't. Like, storms and natural things never ask permission and they take up space. And it all comes down to kind of like being yourself. A storm has never asked permission to hit. Why should you ask permission to be going and doing your shit? Why should you have to think about what other people think of you? Just fucking do it. Obviously, me not knowing the quote is very much like rookie mistake on my part. It was just like, that's really nice, especially as when I look at the life I lived with constantly worrying about what other people thought of me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That when I hear shit like that, I always get like really like inspired.
You're
It's
like,
like,
her.
please, can I tell you about my books?
Okay,
Well,
so
no, I'm not.
I'm gonna close my ears for the next
No,
segment of this pod, and rest of you guys can listen.
Oh, shut up. No, I'm not going to go deep into it. I've not got an awful lot to say because obviously a lot of it would be spoilers. Just finished Onyx Storm.
Hallelujah! Is there any more to that now?
There's 2 more books to the series, but they haven't come out yet. Just finished Onyx Storm. I'm like, I literally like, you know, like when you have that kind of like aching pain in your chest where your heart feels like it's breaking. I really did get that. Like, it's not okay how much I'm emotionally attached to these books.
I haven't felt that emotion in a
And
long time.
we obviously know as well, so like anybody who's read it and sees like the bits at the top of each chapter, whenever there's anything that is in relation to Violet or Xaden, it always says recovered correspondence. So we know at the end of book 5 they're probably going to end up dead. And I just feel like even though it's probably going to be 4 years' time by the time we get our 5th book, I need to start emotionally preparing now. And I'm reading Lights Out by Navessa Allen, and let me tell you, he is fit.
I don't know about this mask thing. It's a bit scary, do you know?
That's what makes it fit. I'm realizing like the more and more I read, like many other women on Book Talk, I've just got a couple of like sexy screws loose.
Yeah. Do you wank to your books?
I don't wank to my books. I wank because of my books. Like, I wouldn't be reading a chapter, rubbing one out, and like, oh, what's he say next? Like, flipping the page. It's a case of like, I'll read it and like, I'll be like,
And then
sometimes I'll read it and I'll be like, yeah, this is working for me. And then when I put the chapter down to go to sleep, if it's on my mind, I'll be like, let's get Camilla out the drawer. Like, Lights Out is great. I can't wait to get through it. I'm pretty much halfway through and I've been reading it in like 3 days. It's a very addictive book. I can't put it down. He makes masked men like thirst traps on like TikTok, Instagram, whatever, right? On socials. And she follows him. She comments shit like, you know, like the way I call to him, or like, oh my god, I would love if he just was like in my house and I came home from work one day and like to just like rail me basically. And then Josh goes on like a mad one because he's like an insane hacker as well, and finds how many comments she's left him and basically becomes like obsessed. Almost like falls in love with her basically. So he starts stalking her and like the whole thing develops. He's fucking gorgeous. And he's so cute. The most golden retriever stalker you'll ever find in your life.
I think it's quite funny actually that you said that he posts on like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, but you're reading that in a book.
I was saying to my man as well, actually, it's reading about like books that are set in real world is very different to reading books that are set in like a romantasy kind of book. I would read about Xaden Ryerson and I'd be like, yeah, give me all of that. Think about it, but you think about it as more of like a, obviously in a fictional sense.
Yeah.
You're reading about people doing real human shit. If you're insane like me, you can imagine it like applied to your life. I will stop talking there. because otherwise I will ramble on far too long. I do actually have something else I want to chat to you about. Hi, I'm Katie, and I love to yap. I know I mentioned I was moving to my own gaff,
Yes.
and I'm so happy there. I loved living with friends through uni, and it's been a fab experience. I wouldn't change it for the world. I would still choose to live with friends over and over again. There's just something about like being completely on my own. Like I'm waking up at 5 a.m., getting my shit and getting up and going, and then like coming back and I'm just alone and it's just peace. Like I just like I'm coming home and I'm not having to think like, oh shit, someone's gonna have a go at me because I haven't done my breakfast dishes this morning, or not that
I can be a mess
no,
and have no one tell me off.
well, not even that. Well, to be fair, I've been keeping it pretty clean. Like I'm naturally like walk away and leave it. I just it's making me really realize how grateful I am in this life. I'm grateful for so many damn things.
Should we say what we're grateful for?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you.
Aww, it's really gay. But I'm grateful for you too.
Thanks. You only said it because I said it.
I take a lot of things for granted. I think a lot of us naturally do.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a lot of things for granted. What I want to do is like, not necessarily every week, necessarily on the pod, just anyway for myself, like really have a think every once in a while about how grateful I am to actually live this life. Because I even take the fact that I have a full working body for granted some days. I have no issues. I'm a clean, but okay, you know, she's got a couple screws loose, but like, you know, I haven't had a crash out in like a month and a half now, which I would usually have monthly crash outs. So, you know, like even touch wood, like that's going well. I was even thinking about it in the depth of like, I have no allergies. I don't have a single allergy, a single intolerance. Like my body is so high functioning.
Yeah.
And my life is so high functioning. Like, yeah, okay, I'm a skint student, but I'm not on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own place. I have new things to put in that place. I have a fully working car that is beautiful. I have...
With that, seen a quote, and it said, if you pay bills, or if you have a car, or if you've got a full-time job, then you're doing so much better than a lot of people.
You're doing just fine. And I think that we're in such a society nowadays, especially with social media being so massive, that it's very, very easy for us to have the expectation of that if we're not making money, then we're not doing good enough.
Yeah.
People used to be so fucking happy. Like, I was talking to my mum about it a little bit as well. When she was a kid, you'd be so happy to just go up the shop with a quid and come back with a bag of sweets. Like, that's something I'm going to try and take forward now into the rest of the year, is really try and stop taking things for granted. I mean, I have amazing friends, like obviously, you know, all jokes aside, like I have you, I have Care is amazing. The things I think, but you and Care specifically have seen me go through my life and actually to have stuck around. Like I'm grateful for shit like that. Grateful for my man as well, because he doesn't even know it, but he healed a heart that it wasn't his to heal in the first place. I'm actually curious now, because we did the whole little cutesy of like, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for you. Well, okay. But like, but like, what are you actually grateful for in this life?
And it drives me insane sometimes.
Hmm.
But I am like so grateful for my parents.
Yeah.
Like so unbelievably grateful for like the person that they brought into this life.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way that they done it. Like the way that my parents parented or me.
Mm-hmm.
I am inspired by them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way that my mum is a mum.
Yeah.
Is like outstanding.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that. And I always think about it.
I take my mum for granted so much. I can be so real with that. Me and my mum have been sending quotes to each other. It's like, I know I don't say it enough, but I love you. Like, shit like that. I don't know what I would do without my mum.
Literally.
So I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I just think there's so many children, there's so many people, adults, whatever, that have just, in my opinion, were not raised correctly. I just think, fuck me, like my parents done such a good job.
Yeah.
Because, not to like big myself up or anything, but I think I'm like,
a preppy slay girl.
A good person. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like I always say please and thank you.
Yeah,
and
you gotta have good
I don't
manners.
Even think about it. I just do it. My manners are on point. Like I know how to like share and like be kind, and I can cook and do all the like. Do you know what I mean?
All like, these things that so many people our age I realized can't do. Like I generally always thought cooking was a basic skill. Mine's awful.
Yeah, and you
But
swear
that
in
is
front of your
not
mum.
that is not down to my parents though. I can say that right now.
Yeah.
Neither of my parents swear like I do. That is just a bad habit I picked up.
Well, swearing is not allowed in my house.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to swear in my house. You were not even allowed to say, "Oh my god, shut up."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
things like that. Like they did. It's just like it's a non-negotiable. It does not get said.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on the world,
Give them to me.
because obviously I've been doing the 75 hard, and I'm finished with that now. Right? I've stopped doing the challenge, but the lifestyle hasn't changed.
Okay. Nothing's slipped so far?
Not yet.
I'm not saying that as in like I doubt you. I'm just like
Yeah.
asking like if anything has.
Oh, I don't read.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. I still like drink my water.
Mm-hmm.
Like my above and beyond drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
I do my exercise. Oh, I don't do 2 exercises a day.
Yeah. But you hit the gym every day
But
still.
I go to the gym every day. I eat clean. I eat whole
Mhm.
foods, whatever. I do my steps. I feel like I've brought in good habits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really thoroughly enjoy going out for food. Like
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
I don't like. I like to drink,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to drink to get drunk.
Yeah.
But I'll enjoy like a glass of wine with my food.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why does no one want to do that? And that it.
Well, like everybody, as in like everybody always wants to go out and get steaming.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
get
I
fucking,
really get that.
like blackout drunk.
I hear that. I hear that so hard.
Why is it like why is the motive to not remember the night?
Yeah, I get you.
It's annoying. No, it's really fucking
Love you
annoying.
though. Love you though.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Like,
And
love you though.
Nothing on how you want to live your life, but I just don't want to live my life
And
like
that's
that.
the thing as well, is like I love a feral night out, but I love a feral night out now every once in a while. Like you won't catch me on a feral night out every weekend.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that lifestyle.
Like my ideal kind of night with the girlies is like one person buys a bottle of wine, the other person buys the ingredients, the other person buys like the snacks. We cook together, we share a glass of wine, we
Oh.
watch some movies, and we go fucking home, and we're in bed by 9 o'clock with a book.
That is lush. And like you wake up in the morning, you go for a run.
Oh, yes. Or just like a cheeky gym sesh, maybe some morning Pilates or yoga or
And then for an
something.
acai bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I just want like the clean, like the health, like that is so fun. Like why is that not clicking?
It's maybe it's just our age, babe. Like we did too much when we were younger. And we lived about 3 lives between the ages of 18 and 20. Based on your Snapchat memories you were sending me the other day as well, we lived 3 lives.
I hate the person that I used to be.
Don't hate the person you used to be. Be proud of them for becoming of who they are now.
I hate him,
But I'm grateful for
but
him.
I'm grateful for him
Yeah.
because personally I believe I was the worst person that I could be at the perfect age. Because now
I'm glad I was who I was then.
Yeah.
Then. Because if I was that person now, I would be concerned for how my life would progress.
Yes. I ruined my chance at a degree. But
It's
say
never too
now...
It's never too late.
No, it's not. But say now I didn't do all the things that I did, and I stuck uni out, I got the degree, I worked my fucking arse off, I would have come out of uni with that degree and gone feral. Then, after it. I'm glad I did what I did then, but I hate the fact that I was that person.
Yeah.
But I will never be that person again.
But do you know what? I think about it as well, and I'm like, we were so young. We thought we were so grown.
Yeah, and
we
I
were
feel...
19. We thought, even now, do you know what? I say here sometimes, I'm so grown. Girl, you're 22. You're a child.
I feel like a child.
I sit here and I think, no, I'm so adult. Like, I'm so adult. No, girl, you're young. You're young. And I feel like I've always had this expectation of myself as well, which I know you have as well, is like we always expected ourselves to behave like we're older. Why?
I don't know.
Why have we got this expectation of ourselves?
I don't know.
Why are we always striving for older? Because kind of like the conversation we had with my man earlier, like we're, enjoy being young while we're young. Like,
Well,
he's only 4 years older than
I
us.
like where I am right now. Like, I like the age
Yeah.
that I am because I feel like,
I wish I could stay 22 forever.
oh no, I don't wish I could stay this age forever. Like, I'm excited to grow up because I'm excited for my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love like thinking about the future and like what's next and like
That's so
where I'm gonna
good.
be next and like
Yeah.
what's gonna come.
Mm.
But I'm so happy that it's like it's really weird. It's like the last couple of months I feel like I've woken up
Hmm. I love that. That is incredible. I love that.
and I'm like, okay, now it starts. Like
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it
I've tied my
now.
shoelaces, bruv. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go. I'm like so excited. Like I love being
I
21
love the positive
because
energy in this car
I
right now. I
know.
love the positive energy in this car right now.
But do you know what I mean? It's just so like I feel like like life is like life now. Yeah. So I hate the fact that everyone still loves to go out and party because I don't want to do that.
Now you just need to find a happy medium where you do it sometimes, but you need to obviously then, I suppose, because it doesn't mean you can't go out and party. It just might be a case of you're like, right, okay, well, guys, I've done my drinking now, so if you want me to stay out, I'm going to do the rest of the night sober. And if you want me to keep drinking, I'm going home by 10. You don't necessarily, let me put it to you this way. You don't hate that all other people want to do is go out drinking. You hate that you haven't got the boundaries yet to be able to turn around and tell yourself you're not going to stay out all night.
Yeah. Well, no, I can do that. It's just
You can only control what you do, not how others behave.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just picking your moments. Like, okay, yeah, this friend, she's a nutter, but she likes to do that kind of thing as
And you know who
well.
you are.
I was honestly thinking about all of your friends.
They're all nuts.
Yeah, they all like a good night out, and they all like a wholesome time as well. So it's a
Yeah.
case of then you can be like, right, well, this weekend I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Balance.
Yeah, like be
It's
like
all about
this weekend I'm not
balance.
gonna lie, guys. I'm really not asked to be going out and doing all of this shit. Can we just have a wholesome night in?
Mm.
And then if they pitch to you next time, actually, no, I want to go out. It might just be a case of, you know what, I'll bite the bullet because I love your company. It's balancing it now. You've learned something about yourself, and now it's about putting the right boundaries and the right balance in place to make sure that you're happy, still living your life. I mean, at the end of the day, we're 22. Sometimes you're going to find yourself in a club, and that's just how it is.
Oh, I hate the sticky floor.
I hate the sticky
and
floor
the loud
too.
music
then,
and the pushing past.
Yeah, but
and
then
the...
sometimes there's good tunes, and you just end up.
No, because it's like I love my clothes, and when you go to a club, I like my suitcase. But when you have nice clothes on, and you go to a club, and someone tips a drink on you,
and especially when it's
or
too dark and you
stands
don't
on
know what color it
your
is.
shoes, and it's ruined. For what? For what? And like a club is a waste of money. You have to pay to get in. You have to pay to walk into a room with blasting music, bright lights, like people barging past you, and then you've got to pay to drink, to piss it out, to wake up in the morning with a hangover. Like, why are you paying for that pain? Sorry, I have a lot to say about clubs.
I think what it is for me is that, like, I know exactly where you're coming from because I feel that too. But then, like, last weekend I ended up on a spontaneous night out with a few friends from ABBA.
Oh yeah.
And it was one of the best nights out I've had in a long time. And I'm not a clubbing girly anymore. I always sit there and I say, I don't want to go to Pia tonight, guys. Like, I don't. And I always end up coming home when usually people go to Pia and I go home. But this night I was like, oh, do you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll just come. And I had one of the best night outs ever. So I think sometimes it really just does. Obviously, depends on the overall vibe. But what I'm saying is like, it's hard for me to completely agree with you because while I feel like I'm kind of edging into that era now as well, where I'm like, why am I paying for this?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I think sometimes I do just need to shake my ass and blow off some steam.
Pop that pussy.
Do you know what? I've got to say something. These colours that we're wearing today,
yeah,
is reminding me of
what?
Of a certain time when we were on holiday. I believe we were in Budapest.
Oh, I lost that vest.
I know. I just wondered if we could maybe, like, I don't know, tell another travelling story today.
Tell another travelling
maybe a Budapest story.
Oh, with the boat. Prosecco boat.
What a night. Should we tell Prosecco boat story today on this episode? And then, like, that whole night. And then, because I think there's a story to tell from the day one as well. And then we could maybe circle back to day one next episode. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll talk about night 2 first, I think.
Because that was the most feral, I think.
Night 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some things that we that unfortunately have to stay private.
So, let's set the scene. It's maybe 6, 7 p.m. in Budapest. We'd booked this Prosecco boat during the day. We went to the spa during the day because we were rough as tits.
Hungover, and we thought best way to solve this problem is Prosecco boat.
What makes you bad makes you better. And we were like bad in this spa as well, like bad. Like I literally sprawled out starfish.
We paid for VIP.
Like the Budapest spa,
Budapest spa, and Katie just slept the whole time.
It was fucking incredible. I had a warm breeze coming from one side, I had the aircon blowing on my face, I had my fucking pineapple chunks, fucking fresh freezing cold water on tap, a dip in the pool, a trip to the spa, just like here and there, just living my best life.
World according to what?
And slept. Thank you. We get back from the spa and we're like, right, okay, let's get ready. Literally, while we were at the spa, we booked the boat because we were like, oh, we should do a Prosecco boat. Loads of people have recommended them to us. It's apparently quite a nice way to see like the landmarks and stuff at night. So we were just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
So we booked an Uber. The Uber dropped us off the other side of the island.
Yeah.
And we had to run.
Run. Run, and we weren't runners then. We ran.
Was you in heels?
No, but I was in that top.
The horrific.
The most horrendous. Never, ever, ever in your life, if you have anything over a B cup, do not buy this damn top. Because when I tell you, right, I wore this top while I was cleaning my house once. I remember telling you this specifically because this is what made me think I would be safe. I was not safe. I was not safe from the escape artists that are my tits. It was a cutesy little top. It's just like, it was like almost like vest, kind of like no sleeves, and like cuts through the cleavage, right? Very sexy. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot nipple covers. It was just like, just put plasters in an X, like that'll look fine. I was like, oh yeah, okay, and it did look like fine. Like, but then when we were running, I don't know whether the top, because I hadn't fallen out until we started running. I hadn't fallen out at all, so I don't know whether like when we were running, when my boobs were falling out as we were running, like the top stretched or something.
That must have happened.
That must have been what happened.
The boobs like stretched the top.
Yeah, because my tits started literally going in separate directions.
Now we're like getting steaming on this boat, so we thought, oh, perfect time.
And because it's like, cause obviously because my nipples were covered with plasters, I never noticed when they were out because they weren't getting cold. So they were just falling out.
So we're having a photo shoot.
There's so many pictures of me with just like the top is just here and my boobs are like out the bottom.
Katie's tits are just out. Like, I kid you not.
Out!
It's not like just like nipple, like you know when sometimes you're wearing
like half
a
a
bra
nipple.
and like your nipple is just like pointing out of the top of the bra. No, it's not that. Her whole boob,
my whole,
like both of them,
like
just
like handful,
are just there. Like the top is like cut like above the boob and then underneath the boob, like
the tit is out of
like,
it.
Out.
So bad.
And we're not noticing.
I embarrassed myself so badly.
We're having like
country.
Group photo, like two of us are taking pictures together. Like I'm taking pictures of Katie, Katie's taking pictures of me,
and neither of us noticed.
And her boob is just out, like completely just out. We start talking to these Irish people behind us. We're like, oh, will you take a picture of us, whatever?
And then one of them decides to tell me, and I'm like, oh, thanks, love. And then we look back at the pictures that Lewis took of me, and my tits are out in all of them.
But they seemed really nice people. They were also traveling. We stuck with them, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to this nightclub. We should come."
So we were like, "Okay."
So we're like, "Yeah, okay, sound. We'll go with it. We'll go with them. We go to this nightclub. One thing leads to another. I'm literally like up against the wall.
I go back to the hostel with those girls, and then they're like doing whatever the fuck they want to be doing, and you then come to the hostel, don't you? You come back.
Yeah, we come back to the hostel. I went on like a side quest with him.
Yeah.
He met you back in the hostel because there was a bar in the hostel, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So you were in the bar in the hostel.
Yeah.
We're absolutely steaming at this point. So obviously Katie doesn't realise the boobies are out.
The bubbles are coming out. So I'm standing up, I'm dancing in my chair, and the like guy who runs the bar, owns the bar, the bouncer, whatever you want to call it, he storms over. And he's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, ow. And I was like, what? Like, no, we haven't done anything. He's like, your boobs keep falling out. And I was like, oh, like, you know, apologies and stuff like that. He's like, do you think this is a strip club? Getting your tits out and all this shit?
Oh, I must have said something like, yeah, but we're like...
We're besties, like, it's
Yeah,
fine, like
like,
laughing
we
his
love
head
it.
off. And he's like, what, are you gay or something?
And I was like, yeah. And he was like, everyone out.
Everyone get out.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Audacity.
And then we go back to the club. And then the next time I look at Lewis, he's getting pinned up against the wall of the club. I wake up the next morning in my outfit, boobs still very much outside of my top. And you have a man in your bed and had had barely any sleep.
I also lost my vest that night and I was really annoyed.
The next day was then we had like a bed rot day. We walked around a little bit and then we spent an ungodly amount of money in a little Tesco's and did a what's in my bag for my fucking private story.
Yeah, and we'll post that.
Yeah, we will.
We spent like 500. We spent like 50 quid in Tesco's just on snacks.
Yeah.
Not realising
Because the money
pri-
doesn't exist there.
it's like toy money.
It's Monopoly money.
Yeah.
It is Monopoly money.
It was crazy. It was like hundreds and thousands of whatever the currency is. So I don't get that. So I was like, oh, it's fine.
It doesn't exist. It's not coming out of my bank account. No, girl, it is. It really, really is. We'll tell the story from night one, maybe next episode.
Next episode.
The whole of Budapest was blurry.
A mess. I won't be drinking like that ever again.
I think that's a good place to finish off today.
Yeah. For this week's episode, we would like you to comment what you're grateful for.
Yes.
And also, if you have noticed, we did change location.
We don't have the mics.
We don't have the mics anymore because the mics died, the phone died,
We're on a learning roundabout.
and we currently are filming in a car park that has a time limit, and we run out of time. So,
Yeah. Past that, I need to fucking go home.
yeah, she's got a 2.5 hour drive home now.
I got 2.5 hour drive home now.
So,
And
we're going to love you and leave you there, I think.
yeah,
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
do that. Go and check us out on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
We are quite funny, or at least we like to think we are.
We're fucking hilarious.
But
I mean
yeah.
that. I mean it. We are. Aren't
Scary
we?
man. Scary man.
No, but we are.
And with that,
Bye!
bye.